If people didn't know any better, they would think I was such a pervert. But I'm not. See, that was her request, and I just did it. Yes?
What's the most interesting gift you've ever been given?
The most interesting gift? Well, this woman tried to give me her baby a few minutes ago, and I was like, no, can't raise a child. Travel too much. Just kidding. The most interesting gift? You know what, you guys, I have a home in Houston. I actually live in Los Angeles now, but I still own my home in Houston, where I lived for 20 years, where I started voice acting. And there's a room in my house. And if you walk in there, if you can get the door open, it's chest high with gifts that people have given me, because I just don't have the heart to throw anything away. But, and I love everything. I mean, even when people give pictures and stuff, when somebody hands me a drawing, do you know what goes through my mind? I look at the drawing and I look at this person, and in my mind I take a mental picture of that person in their room, at their house, drawing. For hours. Sometimes, some of these things are extremely complex. And you can look at them and you know they spent a lot of time on this, right? And so, I'm so grateful for all of these things, but there are a couple of things that are especially sentimental to me. I have an online fan club called the Rizaboo Rangers, and I love them. And there are about 25,000 of them around the world. And if you're not a member, I want you to join. Consider yourselves personally invited to join. It's free, and you will immediately have a family of 25,000 people around the world that love the things that you love. How many Rangers here? Any Rangers? Look around. See, look. Awesome. I love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Several years ago, the girl that runs the Rangers, for my birthday, created a book. And I can't believe she did it, but I can't even imagine how much time it took. But she handed me a bound book that looked like a freaking encyclopedia. It was just this thick. And you know what it was? It was letters that fans had written and sent to her. She organized it all and had it all bound and made into a book. And I was like, there's even a video online. Have you seen it? There's a video online of her giving me this book, and I was just like almost in tears, because I can't even tell you how much that meant to me. And for like 2 or 3 subsequent years, they would do the same thing. The DeviantArt Rangers, the Rizaboo Rangers that are artists and part of DeviantArt, they made a bound book of custom art drawings along with messages. And on my coffee table in Houston, in the middle of my living room, are 3 or 4 of these books. Because I think to myself, you know, one day I'm going to be 80, 85, if God is good to me, 87, 88, 90, right? If I live that long. And I won't be doing this, probably. I won't, you know, I'll be too old to voice act anymore, maybe, or to travel. You know, there will be, that time will come. And I think to myself, one day I'll be able to read those things and pull them out and look at them and remember the kind of kindness that you guys extended to me. And that's priceless to me. So I'm very grateful for all the gifts I get, and it would be hard to pick a favorite, but those kind of things that people express a personal sentiment in are very, very, very special to me. Question? Oh, thank you, Allie. Yes?
Character that you've been passed up to play, that you've been like just completely bummed out that it just...
Yes, all the time. Yes. Yeah, there have been several characters that I really wanted to play. But you know what, you guys? You know what the unfortunate reality of acting is? Rejection. Very, very, very few people get to do anything they want to do. You know what I mean? It's so funny when people write me and they say, somebody wrote me the other day. This is kind of funny. Literally 2 days ago, a fan wrote me and they said, did you why are you not playing Eren in Attack on Titan? Did you just not want to play the character? And I wrote him back and said, I would have loved to play the character. I mean, I would love to play, sure, but I don't get to choose a role. I'm not important. You know what I mean? I'm not that kind of, I'm not like, you know, some of these, you know, movie stars who like, they decide, I'm going to do this project next, and I want to do that project next. I wish, at the end of the day, I am just a hired actor, and I audition for things, and I hope for the best, and sometimes I get cast, and most times I don't. So there are definitely many of those things. There are several characters that I've wanted to play. I wanted to play somebody in Death Note. I just wanted to be in Death Note because I thought it was a really cool idea for a show. And then I found out that Death Note is recorded in Canada. And I don't know if you know this, but you will not hear English actors in Canadian dubs, like Inuyasha, or Death Note, or some of the other shows that they do up there, because part of the deal that studios make with Canada is, okay, we'll give you a break on your cost of your production, we'll cut you a deal, but in exchange, you have to use our people. You have to use all Canadian engineers, studios, actors, so that's the trade-off. So you won't hear American actors in Canadian dubs. So I was very sad when I found out that Death Note was going to be in Canada, because I knew that meant I would not get to be a part of it. There are several characters I've wanted to play for a very long time. I've always loved certain characters. I don't know, I mean, some of them I'll never get to play, some of them I may, I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of the nature of of acting. Can I tell you something else too, funny guys? How many of you guys like are interested in acting? Consider yourselves like you've done some acting, you'd like to do some acting. You know what's funny? And I can say this because I am one. So I'm not being insulting to actors in general, because I am one. And that's why I know what I'm talking about. It's interesting that a lot of people when they're young, they gravitate toward theater and acting because they want to be someone else. I know that's kind of heavy for 10 a.m. on Saturday morning, but it's the truth. They want to be someone else. They're having trouble at home. They don't get much attention. They get picked on. They feel ugly. They feel dismissed. They're bullied, whatever. Any number of reasons why they want to escape and pretend to be someone else. They're insecure. They don't have a very high self-esteem. And they desperately want to perform, to entertain people, so that people go, yes, you were wonderful, wow, right? That is, let's be honest, I mean, that's, early on, that's what draws a lot of people into performing. Isn't it funny that you're drawn into a profession that by its very nature is rejection? Isn't that freaky? Think about it. It's like you're asking for trouble. It's like you go into a profession where you constantly get told you're not good enough. You're not right for this role. You weren't as good as this guy. You weren't, you know what I mean? Not talented enough. What? Isn't that weird? That you are insecure and you struggle with your own self-value and self-worth, and so you put yourself into something to get some kind of validation out of it, and that very profession is something that could really undercut your feelings of security about yourself. Isn't that weird? Something to think about. Something to think about. Yes?
Can you please tell me for me?
What? I just did. I just totally made out with her. Did you? You were here. You were right here. You want another one? What would it be? What have I said? Long live the poor. Yes. Uh-huh.
Burns.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Here he comes.
Coming for you, Dick.
Uh-oh. What's up, son?
I'm burning.
Pardon?
Pleasure meeting you.
I hate to ask you to do this.
I blame you for this.
I really, really loved you as Broly.
Thank you. He's a lovable guy.
He is.
No, he's not. He's horrible. He kills everything. He destroys everybody. All those other guys, Piccolo, Goku, they're pussies. Am I wrong? Did you see movie 8? They couldn't touch the guy, right? They had to pull all of their power together to beat him. He's the man.
Breakfast.
I love it. Breakfast Broly. I like it. So, what's your question? Please don't ask me to say that.
Please.
I blame you. Yeah, hard.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing I did with Mark. I want to hear your cackle. Ready?
Okay.
Kakarot! That was good, dude. All right, now let's slow it down a little bit. Milk it. Ready? Kakarot! See how you lost the energy though? Did you hear the difference? Give me the same energy as the first time, but slow it down and build to a big climax. Yeah? Kakarot! Better, yeah? I don't need you to do this, you know. I hate you. Only because I love you, and we're in the islands. And Genki is so close. Ready? Now please, no more of that, or I will have to kill her. Yes. Oh my gosh, you're adorable. Ed would love you. Oh my gosh, you would totally be a great couple. Just saying.
The reason why I fell in love with him was because of his voice.
I love you. How many of you guys know, I bet you know this, how many of you know that the same Japanese voice actor who voiced Zero also voiced Tamaki? Did you know that? I want to meet him so bad. Mamoru Mayano. You know, he sings too. I'm telling you, one day, mark my words, one day, we're gonna do a convention together. And he and I are gonna sing a song together. Maybe we'll do the Guilty Beauty love song. Like he'll do the da 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 da, and then I'll do the da 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 da, you know? And we'll go back and forth between Japanese and English. Awesome. I love you. Thank you. Oh, you have a request. Okay.
Can you say something about him?
Yeah! See, Zero is kind of like Tamaki, just more angsty. And a little darker. Okay? So let's see. What was your name? Janica. Janica, if ever I turn into a level being, I want you to kill me. Is there a boy here who doesn't want me to whisper in his ear? Yeah. Good morning. Yes. Yes.
I'm surprised no one gave to the Nazi.
Very big part of their lives. Next to and the voices that they've heard every Saturday afternoon or morning, whatever. I want to know, at the start of the profession, did you ever think that that would happen?
I can't believe you just asked that question. I'm sorry. You don't have to turn this down. I'll back away. I can't believe you asked that question. Last week, I was doing a convention in Indiana with Monica.